Everyone has birthdays. So here's an exciting birthday card that you can create using Framelits dies. Now I've created this card and look, it opens and closes, but I didn't use a card die. I used a Framelits die. Let me show you how easy it is to create. So the first thing we're going to do is pick out a pattern paper. Now pattern paper is so fun for card making because it's double-sided, which is really exciting. And I'm going to just fold this in half. And then to kind of give that a nice fold, you could use a bone folder, but I'm just fast and I just use the side of an acrylic block. I'm a stamper. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the largest Framelit die that's inside this package and take that fold. Here's my fold. I'm going to take that fold and my die with the cutting edge down, and I'm going to line this up so you can see just a little bit of space right up here at the top. See how that blade is on, the paper's on the inside of the die and the blade is on the outside. And I'm going to take my extended multi-purpose platform with tab 2 closed, lay that in the machine, put my cutting pad down, and I'm going to lay this down. Now when I do this, I want to make sure that that folded edge is on the inside, and I'm going to use one of my little sticky notes to hold that in place so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to take my second cutting pad, lay that on top, and run it through the machine. Now, because that score line is in there, that fold, I'm going to get a card instead of a shape. So I'm going to peel this off. I'm going to take this away now. Are you ready? Here we go. Now we have a card instead of just the regular shape, which is so exciting. So now let's build our card. The next thing that we're going to do is I've already cut out just a little shape that coordinates the next shape down, and it just goes right on top, but I'm going to ink the edges. Now when I ink, I'm crazy. I just use a makeup sponge and I just kind of go around the edges really lightly like this. I just kind of grab some ink and I run it around. And it just gives a little extra technique, a little extra dimension or texture, kind of just makes it pop a little bit more off my project. And I'm just going to go around this really fast. But the makeup sponge allows it to get in those little crevices, which makes it easy. And I'm always fast at this. I just kind of go around the edges real quick. So that's how simple that is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this to my card. Just going to add some adhesive. I'm going to lay that on top. Perfect. And now I have another fun technique for you. Here I've already stamped my cake, but as you can see, I used this ink and it felt like it was a little too dark for my card. So instead of stamping it again with a different ink, I like this color, I just stamped it again without re-inking it. So I stamped it once, noticed it was too dark, and before I went back to my ink pad, I stamped it again. Now this is a second generation stamp and it's the perfect color. So now I have the exact color I want. So I'm going to take my extended multi-purpose platform the same way I did before, and I'm going to get the coordinating die, which is so much fun that these have coordinating dies. And of course, as you've heard me say before, the best part about our Framelits is the cutting edge is on the very inside of the die. So I know exactly where I'm cutting. There's no guesswork. So I'm going to lay that on top. I'm just going to lay that and get it exactly where I want it, and just spend an extra second or two just to make sure it's in the exact spot that you want it. And I'm going to use a handy dandy sticky note right on top, and I'm going to run it through the machine. So now it's the perfect color, it's perfectly stamped, and it's going to be perfectly cut out. And here we go, we just pop it out, and popping it out is half the fun. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? So now I'm just going to add that to my card, and I'm going to use some foam squares just to add a little extra dimension, and I just like to add pretty much one in each corner. Oops, get those little sticky guys on there. Just like that. Just kind of add a few in there. And you just peel off the little backs. And we're going to add that to our card. Now, I've also cut out and stamped a cute little happy birthday banner. Now again, because just I want a little extra dimension or texture, or just a little extra something, I'm just going to quickly ink the edges, just to add a little bit more. And it just kind of really brings out the die cut itself. Got a lot on that one, that looks cute. And now what I'm going to do is, because I want it just to pop off a little bit more off the page, I'm going to kind of bend it a little, just kind of bend it, and I'm going to add some adhesive. So I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive, not on the whole thing. I'm going to add adhesive at one corner and then the other corner, just like that. And when I lay it down, I'm gonna kind of make sure it's a little poofy. So when I lay it down, look at that, how it kind of just pops off just a little bit without pop dots. It's kind of fun. Now I've also cut and stamped very lightly and added some buttons, some little flowers. And I'm just gonna add adhesive to the back. So simple. This card is almost done. Can you believe how fast we did this? And the flowers just add a little extra fun. And my sister-in-law's birthday is coming up, so I bet I know who's gonna get this card. Now, for the top, I felt like it was a little missing something up here. So what I did was I just took some standard seam binding, it comes just in white, and I used some spray. And I sprayed it in my bathroom sink at home, and I sprayed it, and now I have the beautiful pink color that matches my pink flowers, and I'm just going to simply put that on the inside. We're just gonna tie a quick little bow here. Isn't that cute? And now there's one more thing I wanted to share with you. When we open our card, you'll notice, oh gosh, how would I write on that, right? Because it's beautiful, but it might be hard for the recipient to see what I wrote. So what I'm gonna do is I've already cut from the next size down.